Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be talking about how to migrate to Poland through study route. And guess what? Today I have a guest on this channel and he's a Poland-based YouTuber and he'll be taking us through the step-by-step process of how you can migrate to Poland through study route. And if you are meeting me for the first time, welcome. My name is Favoured. And I'm a Nigerian currently doing my master's in Germany. And on this channel, we talk about international study opportunities like fully funded scholarships, how to study abroad for free, step-by-step process of how you can migrate abroad for free. And here I have a guest on my channel and I will allow him to introduce himself.
Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Okay, so my name is Promise Breno. I'm based in Poland. I'm a YouTuber. And I've made a couple of videos about how to migrate to Poland, and I'm so excited to be here to grace this channel to share with you on how you can move to Poland. Haven't come across or used various routes to come to Poland before. I'll be able to help you to talk about how you can move to Poland through the study route. So I would like you to watch till the end and don't go anywhere because your life will never be the same again.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy to have you on my channel today. And guys, I'll be asking him questions and he will be answering the questions. I'll be asking him some questions that you might also want to ask him, and he will answer those questions for us. So the first question I want to ask is, how do you see life generally in Poland?
Okay, life in Poland is kind of not expensive. Poland is one of the most cheapest countries I know.
Wow.
Yeah, when you talk about cheap countries, you talk about Poland, you talk about Lithuania, I believe also Slovakia, but you know, Slovakia started using euro, which makes it more of like, so I believe that Poland is better than that country in terms of economy, and also in terms of how low things are, or affordability, because they're using euro, so you can't compare euro with Polish zloty.
Yeah.
So life in Poland is nice, you know, compared to other countries, and it's not that expensive. Of course, there are pros and cons of living in Poland, but I just want to concentrate on the positives. Poland is a place that you can be, you can study, and I feel that it is safe to some extent.
Yeah, you are definitely right, because while I was actually researching why I should also come to Poland, you know, for a visit, one of the things I found out is that Poland is one of the safest places you can be. And from what he said right now, you can see that the cost of living is really okay in Poland. So if you are thinking of migrating to Poland, then definitely you are not thinking wrong. So the next question I want to ask him, he have actually talked about it somehow. Yeah, but maybe I should say it again. The question is, what can you say about the cost of living in Poland? I think you've mentioned that already.
As I've said earlier, Poland is one of the cheapest countries in Europe to live in. Because I've been to Cyprus, I've been to Turkey, I've been to Germany, I've been to Austria.
Wow.
I've been to Czech Republic.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I can say that Poland is one of the cheapest countries, you know, to live in, and it's affordable for international students, you know, based off of my experience.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel it's affordable, and if you know what you're doing, you survive in Poland.
Amazing. So you've had that. So now I know this is the question on your mind. You that want to study in Poland, you that want to migrate to Poland. I know this is one question on your mind right now. And the question is, what is the step-by-step process required to migrate to Poland through studies?
Okay. The thing is that if you want to migrate to Poland through studies, the first thing you need to do is to research. Okay, you need to research. When I say research, you need to plan as well. Like, you need to know your budget. How much do you have to pay for school per year? So once you've done that part of settling how much you have to pay for school, then you now start finding schools in Poland. You know, already you know that you can afford, because you already searched about, you know how much you have already. So you have in mind a particular budget. So when you're searching, you see that, okay, the tuition is this amount, the tuition is this amount, so okay, let me go for this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so after you've settled down the cost of like education, which is your tuition fee in Poland, then the next thing you need to find out is that university accredited? Because you wouldn't want to finish your studies and now you can't use your results outside Poland or even in Poland. It's important, because somebody told me about a particular school recently, and because he said that his daughter got admission in that university before, but then the school was not accredited, and it's still not accredited.
Wow.
Because I called the school and they told me that they've received positive response verbally, but they're still waiting for paperwork, and that will come out in September. And for me, it's a bit risky to apply to that school.
Yeah.
Because if you apply now, and that will even be the reason why somebody can get denied the visa.
Yeah, that's
true.
You're
Because
right.
when the embassy checks and they see that the school is not accredited, the person can get denied the visa. So first of all, you need to find out about accreditation.
Yeah.
Then apart from that, what are the requirements for that university that you've chosen you want to go to? Okay. So and I also always suggest that you should have not just one university. Have them have a scale of preference. So like target like 5 universities.
That's true.
Normally Polish schools charge 20 euros approximately, because it's about 85 zloty.
For application
fee, admission, they call it admission fee. It's like 85 zloty, but in euros, I'm just approximating, because as of when you're checking it now, the exchange might be different.
Yeah.
So about 20 euros, around 20 euros. So just target that, okay, I'm going to apply to 5 schools, because you want to boost your chance of getting accepted. If you don't have money, target 3, at least 3, please, so that at least you have 60 euros for admission fee to these 3 schools, right? Then you check the requirements. Okay, so what I know about Poland is that you need to legalize your document. It is essential.
Okay.
Yeah, it is essential that you must legalize the document. And that 20 euros I talked about, it is the admission fee for government schools, like public schools. Private schools can have their own. For example, there's one school that the admission fee is 50 euros. It can be 100 euros, it can be 200 euros. It depends.
Yeah.
So government schools are the ones, or public schools are the ones that are 20 euros. Okay. So now you're checking the requirement now, and one thing is legalization. You need to legalize your document. For example, let me just use an example for Nigerians. You need to legalize your document at the Ministry of Education in Nigeria and the Foreign Affairs. So in Abuja, right? So not just Nigeria. There are some countries that require legalization, and there are some countries that requires apostille. Apostille. So apostille. All these are kind of things done on documents to show that these documents are original and they are authentic.
Yeah.
Because Poland does not know how authentic your documents are until they see the stamp from your ministry where you studied.
Yeah.
You get it? So this is why these things are important. So countries like Turkey do apostille, not legalizations, which means that you will go to a particular ministry and they'll put apostille on it. Whereas countries like Nigeria and most countries in Africa, or even all the countries in Africa, and probably Asia, I think Asian countries mostly do apostille, and African countries do legalization. So you need to find out which one is applicable to the country where you live, or the country where you obtained your high school diploma or secondary school certificate. So it depends actually. So you need to legalize your document at the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs for Nigerians, for example. Then apart from the legalization, you need to obtain eligibility letter. So eligibility letter is a letter that is written to the Polish embassy in the country where you graduated from, and that should also be a country where you intend to apply for a visa, mostly. Okay, so that letter states that the document you've acquired, the degree you've acquired, can be used for further studies in that country where it was issued. So if you did your high school in Nigeria or secondary school in Nigeria and you liked to study in Poland, for example, for a bachelor's degree, so it will be written that your WAEC or your NECO that you wrote in Nigeria can be used. It qualifies you for admission to any Nigerian university. Provided that you meet the requirement. So mainly it qualifies you. So you need to get legalization done, and you need to get eligibility letter, and you need to get your passport photo. Of course, that's specification. If I'm not mistaken, the specification is around 625 by 500 or 500 by 525. I can't remember. But you just need to check on the school portal or the Polish website or anywhere to find the requirements. Okay, very important. Then you need a valid passport. The data page of your passport should be valid. And in my opinion, it should be valid for let's say for example you're coming to Poland to study for 3 years, because the bachelor's degree in Poland, some of them are 3 years, some of them 3.5 years. So if you're coming, let's say 4 years, your passport should be valid at least 5 years. But But in case you don't have, your passport is not valid to that point, it's okay. But at least it should be valid for like 1.5 years. Or let's say, I mean, for me, minimum 2 years. Okay, passport valid for 2 years. Then
for those coming for bachelors, what are for masters?
Yeah, for those coming for masters, the requirement is the same. Only that now you need to present your bachelor stuff, which means that instead of legalizing your WAEC or NICO, you need to legalize your bachelor's degree.
Yeah, I was actually talking about the passport. You made mention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For me, all of them are the same. Should be the same. Let's say, for example, you're coming for masters, and masters in Poland can be 1.5 years or 2 years.
Yeah.
But I think 2 years. So your passport should be valid minimum 2 years.
Okay.
Minimum 2 years. So that legalization and eligibility letter is very important, as this is the main requirement for me, in my opinion, why they would accept you. I've been doing admission for Poland for some time, and I know the challenges I've faced, and this is why I am, bringing up this requirement to you, that you should make research about these things and prepare these things first. So you're planning to come to school in Poland next year. So you would need to prepare these documents now. Start now and do it. If you don't live in Abuja and you have somebody in Abuja, you can also send somebody to do it for you. In that case, you might need to write an authorization letter.
Yeah.
But we've done it for somebody even without authorization letter. But connection.
Yeah.
The person I contacted knows somebody there. I think the person works at the Ministry of Education. Nigerian things now. So money was given.
And it was done.
It was done. In Nigeria, if you have money, you can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So research is the first thing that you should do. And you can ask me another thing that you'd like to ask.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you were so specific about the requirements, and this is one good thing about having someone in Poland already give you the whole information you need, because myself, I'm in Germany. I can say 100% or let's say 99% of the process about Germany, but if it comes to Poland, I really need information from people in Poland already to be able to give you the accurate information, and this is one good thing. I am so happy about having him today on this channel, so you can hear from the horse's mouth. And now, one thing I also want you to do is that I'm going to put his link in the description box, and I want you to go to his channel and subscribe. If you are also wanting to migrate to Poland through study route, he can be a great help for you, because you can book one-on-one consultation with him and he can be able to render services to you. So you talked about if somebody wants to migrate to Poland through study, the first thing is to research, right? And also check for schools that have eligibility or that are accredited. So that is one thing you also have to put at the back of your mind. So you also talked about legalization and eligibility letter. So what other things do you think someone trying to migrate to Poland through studies, what other things do you think the person should also put in place?
Okay, great question. I forgot to talk about them at first. Okay, so what you do is that after you've made your research and you've gathered your document, you know that the school is accredited, you've discovered the 3 schools at least that you can afford, and you've made your plans. So the next thing you need to do is to apply, right? You need to apply, and I've also made content on how to apply to Polish universities through the IRK platform. So IRK is one of the systems in which schools have been applied to or can be applied to in Poland, especially public schools. So and there are different ways of applying, not just IRK, there are also different platforms. So you need to also know these things, and if you want to know about it, you can go to my YouTube channel and check it out. And so once you find out how to apply, you apply by yourself, and once you apply, follow the instructions, upload the necessary documents, because most schools I know will not accept you without the eligibility letter and apostille, and also there's this legalizations that I talked about. Most schools will not accept you without them. So this is why you need to get those things in place, and also you need to get a proficiency document or certificate. Okay, so let's say for example you're from an English-speaking country and you studied in English, for example, let's say Nigerians, they still want you to present a document stating that you're proficient in English. So in that case, you need to get a letter of proficiency from the school you just graduated from, or from your previous school. Mostly it should be the recent school you finished from, or your recent school. So in that letter should state that this student is proficient in English, and this student, while they were studying in that university or in that high school or in that secondary school, English was the main language of instruction.
Exactly.
Or English was the medium of instruction in that school. So once you can present this letter, they would exempt you. I know most schools in Poland will exempt you from that, that requirement. But some schools, I think I applied for one client like that, and even though she presented that kind of document, they still demanded that they would have an interview with her. But anyway, that interview was with the faculty, and from that interview too, they also verified her knowledge. So all those stuff. And some schools might still want to have they might still want to have an interview with you based on, let's say you're applying for masters, especially masters. So they might still want to have an interview with you to kind of ask you some certain questions. So it was the same client to one school demanded that they have to have an interview with her, and she got the admission, and the other school were for English proficiency. I can't really remember what the interview was for. But you expect interviews if you're applying for masters, it might come, but don't be scared about it. The most important thing is that if you are applying to schools in Poland, let me give you one secret. Focus on the schools that doesn't have track of record of interview, or let me just say entrance exam. Avoid schools that are telling you to write entrance exam, because it might be atrocious. It might not really work out well. So it might not really go down well. So just go for schools that you don't need to go for. Write an exam. Interview is even fair enough, because if it's just interview, it's easier to pass.
They will call you either on Zoom or.
So in that case, you need to study about that particular program you're applying to, and answer questions. But if it's written, I've tried it for a client, and the client didn't get admission. Oh my God. And I regretted, to be honest with you. So avoid those kind of schools. If you want to know schools you should apply to also, my YouTube channel is there. I've done content on some schools, and I'm also planning to make another video where I will talk about the schools you should apply to in Poland, the schools you should not apply to in Poland, because of my experience, the experience I had with my clients. So it's important for you to know these things. And if you apply for masters, you should find out, and not just even finding out, always apply for courses that are related to what you did in your bachelor's. If you're applying to public schools in Poland, I have a reason. So I've done that before. I applied to a course outside engineering because I studied mechanical. So I applied to a course outside engineering in a particular school. They didn't accept me, and I paid application fee. I lost my money.
Yeah, definitely, because you don't have the required ECTS. That's what we call it. But
for private schools, they can accept you.
Imagine.
They can accept you. Even if you studied zoology, bachelor's, and now you want to do business, as long as you have the money, right? Which I know, government and private schools, they can accept you.
Imagine.
They can.
Like in Germany, sorry to cut it short. In Germany, if you are applying to a course outside what you studied in your bachelor's, it's really, like for masters, it's really a problem, because they will let you know that you don't have the required ECTS for this course. Though, if it is somehow related, they can actually give you a conditional offer. And this conditional offer, you will need to, at the preliminary stage, you will need to do some preliminary courses to meet up the ECTS before you can enter the main course. So, just like you heard from him, I will put the link to his YouTube channel in the description box. So go to his channel, you will see a lot of content about studying in Poland, schools you should apply to, and even if you didn't get all the information you need from this video, go to his channel, you will see a lot of videos about studying in Poland and all the information you need about the step-by-step process of studying in Poland. And like I said previously, you can book one-on-one section with him and have a consultation with him, and he can be able to take you through the process of migrating to Poland through study route. So just let us quickly round off regarding the process. So you've done your research, you've applied.
Now the next stage is you need to track your application. So by that time you should have known the calendar of your application, so you know the deadline you've applied before the deadline or something. Some schools accept on a rolling basis. In fact, most schools in Poland accept on a rolling basis, which means that first come, first serve. You apply, they check your documents. If everything is okay, they'll give you a conditional offer. So with that conditional offer now, you'll see information on what to do next, which is to pay your school fees. You pay your school fees, then after paying your school fees, then you get the real acceptance letter and other documents for visa. Now, another thing you should put at the back of your mind when applying to schools in Poland is that always go for those schools that can provide you with accommodation document.
Okay.
Very important.
For now, visa, right?
Yes, I know a couple of schools that will give you accommodation document for free. That is part of the package, which means that you need to show interest that you're interested in accommodation in one of the dormitories or one of their one of the apartment or one of the housing that they're giving, student lodge that they're giving. Just indicate interest, or some of them might require you to fill something in the application. For example, University of Upole, they require you to fill something. So when you get the admission, they will also issue you a letter stating that they've accepted you for accommodation to stay here, that you're going to be staying here during your studies. That can help you, to be honest. It can help you, it can save you a lot of money. Because if you don't do that and you apply to school that doesn't have accommodation, you will need to book online, right? And when you're booking online, you want to find these things online. That means you will need to locate agents. And some of these agents would like commission.
It's a lot of process.
If you don't meet an agent that wants commission, they want you to pay a reservation fee. And from what I understand, the lowest you can pay for reservation fee, let me say it in naira, it's around 200,000 naira.
That's a lot, sir.
To get that document that you have accommodation.
Wow.
But if you apply to the schools, which like University of Upole, for example, and other schools that if you contact me, I can tell you through the one-on-one consultation. By the way, I'll tell her to put the link in the description where you can meet me for one-on-one consultation. I'll tell you the schools to apply to, and it can save you some dollars, some euros. They will give you this document for free. Once you pay your school fees, they'll give you this document. University of Upole, they will send you this document. Now, what they do now is that they will say, once you get an appointment date, tell them, then they will send you the document for accommodation. So very important. And once everything is out, you've paid your school fees, you've gotten all the documents from the school for visa and the accommodation letter. Then you proceed with doing your visa stuff, booking appointment, which now I don't want to go detail in this video because we don't want to go as long as possible. So what I can do for you is that you can book one-on-one consultation with me, or you can check my channel. I've made videos about the visa process, like the document you need for a visa, most important visa requirements, like what are the sample questions that can be asked at the embassy when you go to apply for a visa. So you can check my channel to see this kind of content, and if you want a one-on-one consultation tailored to your need, then you can just book a one-on-one consultation with me.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. So you've heard him, and please adhere to all these instructions, because if you don't actually take out all these instructions, it's actually going to be that this video didn't actually impact anything to you. So that brings me to the next question. And before I actually ask the next question, you guys know that on this channel I try to make it possible for people to migrate abroad at little or no cost, because I understand the challenges people go through in terms of migration and going through study and all that. That is actually the reason why I try to create contents that revolve around international study opportunities, like fully funded scholarships, how to study abroad for free, step-by-step process of how you can migrate abroad for free. So the next question I want to ask is, how affordable are Polish universities? Like, how cheap are they? Like, are they too expensive, or can someone actually be able to pay without struggling so much?
Polish universities are very cheap.
Really?
To be honest with you, yes. Compared to other European countries like Germany, Denmark, some of these countries. I know that Germany, they have free studies, but then paid schools are expensive.
For Germany, public universities are tuition free. We don't pay any tuition fee, free of charge. Like myself, I'm studying for free. Like, you can't believe it, I'm doing a whole master's free of charge. So, but if you're actually going to study in a private university, I cannot tell you how much you're going to pay, because most of them are really expensive. So Germany is in between. If you are studying in a public school, you are good to go. But if it is a private school, I don't know, like, it can be very, very expensive.
Yeah, so Polish schools are cheap. Let me use the word very cheap.
Okay.
And when I say very cheap, I believe that it can be affordable. There are a couple of people that come to Poland. They just tried and strived and got the first tuition fee, and they came to Poland, and now they are working and they are able to pay. their school fees in Poland. So it's possible. For example, I know a school that are charging around 1,200 euros per year.
Per year?
Yes, and if you are applying, if let's say you want to come from Nigeria or from your country, you can even pay one semester first.
Wow.
Yeah, the school will write only the first payment of the first semester on the conditional offer.
Letter,
yeah, they won't even write the whole 1 year school fee. So which means that you can pay for the one semester and use it to come.
Amazing.
Yeah, like when you're making your first tuition payment, you know, that's where the challenge is. And you're in Africa, you don't have a lot of money, and you also need money also for your visa application, you know, to gather the things that you need to move for your flight ticket. So paying just one semester fee is an absolute bargain, you know. So just pay one semester fee, and you get your letter acknowledgement document in this school, you know. And also there are other schools too that are cheap in Poland, which there are also others. So I can say that Poland is a cheap place to study.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have had that. Apart from Germany, you can also study in Poland, and like he mentioned, schools are quite affordable. So the next question I want to ask is, what is the language of instruction in Polish universities?
Okay, it depends on the program you are applying to.
Yeah.
There are schools that have courses in English as well as in Polish, and there are schools too that have most of their courses in English. I mean, in Polish.
Okay.
You know, this is a Polish country, not an English country.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you always see studies in English, studies in Polish. So when you go to the website, these are the things you need to look at before making applications. So you don't end up applying to schools that are that are instructing in Polish.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the requirement also for you to get schools that are in Polish is that you need to provide Polish language proficiency to some level, at some level.
Yeah.
So you won't even get admission to those schools without a proficiency. So it's always better to target English programs.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so you've had that. The next question I want to ask, I know this question is in the mind of a lot of people, because some people will be saying, oh, maybe I don't want to go to school, I'm no longer interested in studying, or maybe they are old enough, you know, to do something else. They don't want to study, or maybe they don't have the money to study. Like, the next question I want to ask is, what other routes are there to migrate to Poland aside studies? You know,
there are different routes aside studies. For example, you can migrate to Poland through work. You know, so basically, I don't know if it's possible to get it online because I haven't seen anybody yet. Though I've read something, I think an article whereby a lady wrote, I think in Nigerian, that she saw one job online and she applied and she used it to come to Poland. Okay, but the easiest way to move to Poland through work is through agencies. Okay, if you go online and apply online, you might just keep getting those ugly looking messages, emails from employers.
And sometimes it might not be real, you know.
Yeah, the employers will tell you, thank you so much for applying to our job offer. Even though your CV was impressive, but we have decided to pursue with other candidates which we feel are a better fit for this position. So a lot of times people are getting this kind of messages if they're outside Europe. You know, I personally I tried applying to jobs when I was outside Poland, but we were not just working. But when I came to Poland, within 2 weeks, I got my job, my first job.
You see?
So if you're already in Poland, it's more easier for you. But now, if you want to relocate now from your country through work, you have to find agencies. Okay, you need to locate and legit ones, because there are a lot of fake agencies out there that they'll do fake work permits for you and they're not real. Okay, I work with an agent, by the way. We've made several work permits this year already, you know. So you can also contact me regarding work permits, and I would tell you the requirements, how much it will cost, you know, because now this agency will offer you a job, okay, because these agencies, they already have contracts with these companies, so they have jobs already available. So they offer you a job, and with that job offer, apply for a work permit for you, okay, and it takes when the application has been made, the first 1 to 2 weeks will be like to get approval or confirmation letter from the immigration. Then after that, we'll now wait for 60 working days. When we send you the letter, we'll start counting 60 working days. You know, that will be the processing time for the work permit. Sometimes it can come up less, and sometimes it can be more. So it depends on the situation. You get it. And I have a client that came from Nigeria this year through this Polish work permit.
Okay.
He just saw my video on the internet, just like some of you are watching me now, and that was it. He contacted me, and we did work permit for him. He's now in Poland working. Apart from him, I also have other clients that came to Poland through me, applying for work permit through me, and then they're not in Poland because of me. So this is the fastest way I know you can relocate to Poland through work.
Okay, so why I actually asked that question is, I know some people will be like, apart from studies, does it mean there's no other route to migrate abroad? So you can hear from him that aside coming to Poland to study, you can also migrate to Poland through work permits. And there are also different routes, maybe family reunion and all that. So, but the ones we are talking about today is study route, and he can confirm to you that he can actually help you, because I'm going to put his link in the description box. You can book one-on-one consultation with him. He can help you if it has to do with study or work permit route. Okay, so the last but not the least, the last question I want to ask is, or like it might not be a question, what advice would you give to someone who wants to come to Poland to study? Yeah. Okay,
if you want to come to Poland to study, I would advise you to go on with your plans. I know that these days there are visa issues at the embassy and all those stuff.
Yeah.
But don't let that discourage you. Okay, I can always give examples and talk about the experiences I've had, or the experiences that people I know have had. Okay, let me just say this. So there's a friend of mine, okay, who wanted to bring his sister to Poland. He already got admission for her. She went to the embassy and got denied. Yeah, she went and appealed. She got denied again.
Wow.
Yes, they didn't give up. They applied again. I think it was the third time or the fourth time, I can't remember. But they applied until she got the visa. And she came. He told me, last time I asked him about her, he said that she's even almost through with her studies.
Amazing.
Yeah. So if you're watching me now, you got denied Polish visa. Yeah. Okay, don't be discouraged. And the reason why this thing is happening is because there is competition now. A lot of people want to move to Poland because since schools are cheap now.
Yeah.
And this work permit, they are giving work permits plenty now. To foreigners.
Yeah.
Who, before it wasn't like this work permit. Before I didn't know that we were even giving work permit for Poland. Before I didn't know. But you see now they're giving it out, and a lot of people they are crowded. So you have to. It's going to be like the survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Those people that stay tough till the end.
Yeah.
So don't give up. Me personally, I've had denials, Polish visa denials, I think 3 times.
Wow.
Am I not in Poland now? So
at least we have a living testimony. You can see him already.
And I can just tell you one of the things that is happening, why they are denying people like this and that, is because one of the reasons is from that COVID time, and that COVID time is when appointment became very difficult.
Yeah.
Okay? Then also,
even in other countries.
Also, this is the war between, there's an ongoing war between neighboring countries.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention their names. So those also cause because those other ones were migrating to Poland, and there are a lot of them in Poland now. So the Polish government are trying to serve these other people.
Yeah.
They concentrate on these other people more. This is why it's now being unfair to other foreigners, because now other foreigners now is reducing their migration rate to Poland. So I'm just telling you what I know.
Yeah.
And if you can take this advice, then I believe that you can really get to that height that you always wanted to.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You've heard him. Never give up. Denial is not, what should I even call it? Denial.
Delay is not denial.
Yeah. So never give up. Delay is not denial. So we've come to the end of this section. So in case we are not able to cover anything on your mind, please let me know in the comment section. And also you can be able to reach him through his channel, and I'm going to put the link in the description box. You can be able to go to his channel. Please subscribe. Tell him you are from Favor. I'll be so happy. Tell him you are from Favoured Favour. And if you want to book a one-on-one consultation with him, go ahead, because I'm going to put the link in the description box. And thank you so much for watching till this moment. Thank you for coming to my channel. I'm so happy. Thank you.
And guys, subscribe to our channel, because she's doing amazing things, and there are a lot of things that you can gain from our channel. When I saw a video regarding moving to Austria, I was really impressed. And also the applying to German schools through the what's that platform again?
Uniassist.
Yeah, Uniassist. So those.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Website.
She has amazing videos and she's making videos and she's pretty consistent. So guys, subscribe to our channel and make sure you like this video and share it with as many people as possible.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Like I mentioned earlier, on this channel, I share contents that revolve around international study opportunities like fully funded scholarships, how to study abroad for free, documents required, step-by-step process of how you can study abroad for free or at low cost. So please, if that sounds like what you're interested in, please do well to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, share to your friends, leave a comment for me in the comment section, and let me know if you have any question for him, and definitely it will get to him. So see you on my next video. Stay blessed.
Bye.
Bye.